morning students, welcome to video lectures on chemistry. So in our last class we completed the compounds of 15th group family. So under the heading of p block elements, so we completed 13th group, 14th group, 15th group elements. Now remaining groups present in the p block elements are 16, 17 as well as 18th group elements. All are the elements of p block. So first of all, write the elements of all these compounds. So in the case of 13th group, so what is the first element present in 13th group? So first one is boron, next aluminum, gallium, indium and thallium. So these are the elements present in 13th group, that is boron family. So all are having same electronic configuration. So what is the general configuration for 13th group elements? So it is NS2 NP1. NS2 NP1 is the general electronic configuration of 13th group element, that is boron family, in which last electron enter into p orbital, that is why it is a p block element. Also here there are 3 electrons present at outer shell configuration, therefore it is a third group element. This is simply third A group element or 13th group element. So first group as well as second group, group number 1 and group number 2, both are S block elements, and remaining from 3 to 10, these all are 3 to 12, all are D block elements. These are always present in between S block elements and P block elements, that is why D block elements are known as transition elements. Transition elements. So from group number 3 to 12, that is 10 groups. From 3 to 10 means there are 10 groups. All are transition elements which are present in between S and P block element. Therefore, these are nothing but transition metals. All are metals also. Now, after 12, it is 13, that is p block element. So here, first p block group is 13th group element, that is the starting element boron. And then 14th group. So what is the 14th group element? Carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. So these are the elements of 14th group or carbon family. All these are having a general electronic configuration NS2 NP2, that is these are known as 4th A group elements. So here outer shell contains 4 electrons, 2 electrons in S orbital as well as 2 electrons in P orbital. So totally there are 4 electrons. So that is why this is a 4th A group elements. And then nitrogen family. So nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. Antimony is Sb and finally bismuth, Bi. So all these are having a general configuration NS2 NP3. So totally 5 electrons present in outer shell, that is why it is a 15th group or simply 5A group element. It is 5A group element. Now next group is 16th group, that is oxygen family. Oxygen, sulfur, silurium, tellurium and polonium. Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium. So all these are having a general configuration NS2 NP4. So there are totally 6 electrons present in outer shell, hence it is a 6A group element or simply 16th group element. And 17th is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and acetylene. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and Astidine. So all are halogens and all are having a configuration NS2 NP5. So there are totally 7 electrons present at outer shells, 2 in s orbital and 5 in p orbital. That is why it is nothing but a 7th A group element or simply 17th group. And finally noble gases. Noble gases: helium, neon, argon, krypton and xenon. All are having a general configuration NS2 NP6. NS2 NP6. So here outer shell orbital contains 8 electrons. So all are completely filled orbital. Each s orbital having 2 electron and also each p orbital having, so here totally 6 electrons. So s orbital is completed as well as p orbital is also completed. That is why these are known as inert gases. These are more stable, does not involve any reactions. That is why these are nothing but inert gases or noble gases. So all these are elements of p block. So in our periodic table from group number 13 to 18 all are p block elements. So already we completed boron family elements, carbon as well as nitrogen. So what are the elements, what are the atomic numbers and what are the physical properties? So from top to bottom what happened in physical property, that is atomic radius, ionization energy, electronegativity, electropositivity, oxidation number, metallic character. So everything, all are physical properties of elements. So from top to bottom what happened from boron to thallium, here carbon to lead and also here nitrogen to bismuth. So we discussed already all the physical properties of 13, 14 and 15th group elements, and also we discussed about the compounds. The compounds of boron family. So for the boron family compounds we discussed here 3 types of compounds. So first compound is boranes. Boranes are nothing but hydrides of boron. So we derived the boranes of B2H6, that is diborane. Next B4H10, that is tetraborane, and B5H9, this is pentaborane. So we discussed the preparation of diborane, properties of diborane and also structure of diborane. So that is very important essay question in this unit. Structure of diborane. So in the case of structure of diborane there are 2 different bonds. One is BH bonds and also second one is BHB bond, that is nothing but banana bond. We already discussed BHB bond. This is a 3-centered. So here overlapping between boron, hydrogen and boron takes place. So here 3 centers involved in this hybridization but only having 2 electrons. 1 electron at boron and 1 electron at hydrogen. So this type of bond is nothing but a banana bond or a 3-centered 2-electron bond. So this is a different bond. This is only observed in the case of boranes. So the structure of diborane and also tetraborane as well as pentaborane. We discussed all these in the heading of boranes. And the second compound for boron is borazole. So borazole is nothing but B3N3H6. So again the properties as well as the preparations and structures of borazole. And the third compound under this heading is boron nitride, BN. Preparation as well as the properties of boron nitride. So all these are discussed under the heading of compounds of 13th group elements. Compounds of 13th group elements. Borazole, boranes and boron nitride. And then we discussed about compounds of 14. Compounds of 14, that is compounds of carbon family, 14th group. So what are the compounds of 14th group elements? So first of all, silanes, that is nothing but hydrides. Hydrides. So all elements present in 14th group forms a hydride as general formula MH4, where M is 14th group element, that is M is equal to carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. So all the element present in 14th group forms a hydride having a general formula MH4. If it is carbon, it is CH4, methane. If it is silicon, then it is nothing but silanes. So first compound under this heading 14th group compounds, so first compound is silane, that is hydride of silicon. And then second one is silicones. Second one is silicones. So what are silicones? If a compound or polymer contains SiO-Si bond linkage, if a polymer compound contains silicon oxygen silicon bond linkage, then it is nothing but a linear silicone, or simply it is a silicone. Silicones are also classified into three types. So these are first one linear silicones, the second one cyclic silicones, and third one is cross-linked silicone. Third one is cross-linked silicones. So we already discussed the preparations of linear, cyclic and cross-linked silicones as well as structure of all these. And the third one is compounds of 15th group elements. So under this heading we discussed two compounds. First one is hydrogen. So what is the formula for hydrogen? NH2 NH2. This is nothing but hydrogen. So nitrogen, 2 hydrogen. Similarly nitrogen, 2 hydrogen. So this is nothing but hydrogen. And one more compound, that is NH2OH, that is hydroxylamine. So these are the two compounds under the heading of 15th group elements compounds. So these are also nitrogen compounds, both are nitrogen. So here NH2OH, hydroxylamine, and it is hydrogen. So all these are compounds of 13, 14 as well as 15th group elements. Now today I am going to explain 16th group elements. So this is also P block element. Now group 16 elements. Group 16 elements, that is simply oxygen family. So what are the elements present in oxygen family, and what are the physical properties, and what are the compounds of oxygen family? So these are the topics in our 16th group. So first one, elements. So elements present in 16th group. So first element is oxygen. So that is O. Next, sulfur. Oxygen, sulfur. Next one, cellurium. Next one, tellurium. And last one, PO, that is polonium. So these are the elements: oxygen, sulfur, cellurium, tellurium and polonium. So here atomic numbers. So what is the atomic number of oxygen? First, this is 8. Atomic number of oxygen is 8. Now for sulfur, atomic numbers are always derived from magic numbers. So what are the numbers? 2, 8, 18, 18 and 32. So these are nothing but magic numbers. Magic numbers. These numbers are used to determine the atomic number of the next element present in a group. If suppose oxygen having atomic number 8, then sulfur. So what is the atomic number of sulfur? So this 8 plus 8 next element, that is 8. So 8 plus 8, that is equal to 16. Therefore sulfur having a atomic number that is equal to 16. And then cellurium. So for cellurium atomic number, so already 16 for sulfur, now add 18. So it equal to 34. Therefore the atomic number of cellurium is 34. And then for tellurium, 34 plus 18, that is 52. That is 52. And finally for polonium, 52 plus 32, that is totally 84. So this is the atomic number of polonium. So sulfur, oxygen, sulfur, cellurium, tellurium and polonium having atomic numbers 8, 16, 34, 52 as well as 84. All are derived from the numbers, that is nothing but magic numbers. So now properties. So first of all, oxygen electronic configuration. Look at the configuration of oxygen. So that is oxygen atomic number 8. So it is having 1s2, 2s2 and 2p4. 2 plus 2 plus 4, totally 8. Therefore here outer electronic configuration is 2s2, 2p4. And this is simply written in terms of a noble gas configuration, that is helium. Helium atomic number is 2. Therefore it is 1s2. So after that 2s2, 2p2. So this is the electronic configuration of oxygen, that is helium 2s2, 2p2. Sorry, 2s2, 2p4. Total 8. And then sulfur. Sulfur is 16, that is simply 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So maximum electrons present in p orbital is 6. So 10. And then 3s2 and 3p4. So here 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 up to 10 electrons. So here 10 electron noble gas is neon. Atomic number 10. Therefore configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So this is simply neon, and then remaining configuration is 3s2, 3p4. This is the configuration of sulfur, electronic configuration of sulfur. And similarly for next elements the configuration is like this: oxygen, sulfur, cellurium. So that is equal to, so next noble gas is helium, neon and then argon. So argon, what is the configuration? 3d10, 4s2, 4p4. So here D block elements are also involved. So D configuration. So 3d10, 4s2, 4p4. Next one, tellurium. So for this, krypton, 3d10, sorry, 4d10. So this is 4d10, 5s2, 5p4. And last one for polonium, the electronic configuration is xenon, 4f14. So F orbital having a maximum number of 14 electrons. So 4f14, 5d10 and it is 6s2, 6p4. So these are the electronic configuration of element present in oxygen family. So all are having 2s2, 2p4, 3s2, 3p4 up to 6s2, 6p4. Therefore, the general electronic configuration for these electrons is ns2, np4. NH2NP4 is the general electronic configuration of oxygen family or 16th group elements. So all are having 6 electrons at outer shell, therefore all are nearly having similar physical properties. Similar physical properties as well as chemical properties. So the similarity in physical and chemical properties are due to all are having same general electronic configuration, that is NH2NP4. But there are some differences in their physical properties, that is due to the presence of d as well as f orbital in the case of cellurium, tellurium and polonium. In the first two elements there is no d as well as f orbital, whereas these three elements having d configuration as well as f configuration. So due to presence of f and d orbitals, their properties are somewhat different with the initial elements present in the group. So difference is due to presence of d as well as f orbitals. Similarities are due to presence of similar electronic configuration, that is NH2NP4. Now discussed about physical properties. Physical properties. So what are the first physical property? So always first of all we discussed about atomic size or atomic radii. Atomic radii. So in any group from top to bottom, atomic size or atomic radius is always increases. Therefore oxygen is having very small size, and then sulfur, so size increases, and finally polonium having a large size. So as the atomic number increases, its size of the element is also increases. Therefore from top to bottom, atomic size or radius, so this is the radius, so distance between center and nucleus, so this is nothing but atomic radius. So from top to bottom, atomic radius as well as atomic size increases. Next, second property. Second property is nature. Element. So first element is oxygen. Oxygen is always a gas. Sulfur, it is also a gas, but remaining cellurium, tellurium and polonium all are solids. So first two elements are gases and remaining three elements are solids. And also metallic nature, third property. Metallic nature. Oxygen is non-metal, simply gas. Gases are always non-metals, Nm, that is non-metal. So sulfur is also non-metal, whereas cellurium and tellurium, so these are sometimes acts as a metals and sometimes act as a non-metals. Therefore these are simply semi-metals. And finally polonium is the best metal in this group. So this is metal, and also this is a radioactive element. Radioactive element or radioactive metal. So these are the metallic nature. So non-metal becomes metal from top to bottom. Therefore its metallic nature increases from top to bottom. Also here oxygen always exists as O2, that is a diatomic molecule, homonuclear, both are same nucleus, oxygen and oxygen. So it is a homonuclear diatomic molecule. Homonuclear diatomic molecule. Always there exists a double bond between two oxygen atoms. So oxygen double bond with oxygen. So this is the existence of oxygen, whereas sulfur exists up to 4 elements. S4, and also selenium 4 times, like this. And then next property, electronegativity. Fourth property is electronegativity, that is En. So what is electronegativity? The tendency of an element to attract electron towards itself, that is nothing but electronegativity. So oxygen is the second highest electronegative element in entire periodic table. Second highest electronegativity element. Electronegative element. So what is the first element? First element is fluorine. Fluorine is the first highest electronegative element, that is having a 4.0 electronegativity. So oxygen nearly 3.5 its electronegativity. So this is the second highest electronegative element, and also electronegativity is decreases from top to bottom. So this is having least electronegative element in this group. Therefore, electronegativity of elements from oxygen to sulfur is decreases top to bottom. So top to bottom electronegativity is decreases. And next property, physical property, that is oxidation number. Oxidation number, or simply oxidation state. So oxidation state is always derived from general electronic configuration, that is NS2 and P4. So here p orbital having P4 electronic configuration, and so what is the maximum electronic configuration for p orbital? That is NP6. This is completely filled orbital if it having 6 electrons. So always completely filled orbitals are always stable. Therefore every element becomes stable by either loss of electrons or gain of electrons. If suppose oxygen having NS2 NP4 configuration, if it gain 2 electrons, then this become NP6, then it get stability. So whenever NP4 becomes NP6, that means it gain of 2 electrons. Therefore each electron having a -1 charge. Therefore oxygen is always having a -2 stable oxidation state. -2 stable oxidation state for oxygen, because it is having 4 electrons at outer shell p orbital. When it require 2 more electrons, then NP4 becomes NP6, then it gets stability, because this is a noble gas configuration, NS2 NP6. Therefore oxygen gains 2 electrons, then it becomes stable. That is why oxygen is always present in -2 state as a stable oxidation number. Similarly for sulfur as well as remaining elements. So S for -2, that is nothing but sulfur is also exist as a -2 oxidation state as stable, and also its valency is equal to 2. So oxygen can form 2 bonds at a time. So water molecule, this is water molecule. So here valency of oxygen is 2, because it forms 2 OH bonds. So one OH and second OH. So therefore its valency is always 2. Also valency for an element is determined by using the formula 8 minus group number. 8 minus group number. This is only for elements having after 5th group elements. After 5th group elements, the valency is determined by using the formula valency is equal to 8 minus group number. So here in the case of oxygen, 8 minus group number, so it is a 6th group element. So that is 8 minus 6. Simply this is equal to 2. Therefore, all these compounds having a valency that is equal to 2. That is nothing but all are forms 2 bonds with another elements. So this is about oxidation number. And then next property is reducing nature. Reducing nature. And then remaining properties, electropositivity and also density and also formation of covalent bonds. So all these are physical properties. In the case of reducing nature, so from top to bottom, reducing nature is increases and electropositivity is increases. Density is also increases due to increase in atomic size. Therefore, it is also increases. Whereas covalent bond character, so from top to bottom size increases, but covalent character is decreases. So all these are physical properties of oxygen family. So first one is atomic size, second one is nature, third one is metallic nature, and fourth one is electronegativity, fifth one is oxidation state, and last one is, so remaining all physical parameters, reducing nature, electropositivity, density, covalent bond character, like that. Now we discuss about the compounds of oxygen family. Compounds. Compounds of oxygen family. So compounds or oxygen family are first of all oxides. These are oxides. So what is oxide? Oxide is nothing but a binary compound of oxygen. Binary compound of oxygen is known as oxides. So binary compound, that means there are two compounds or two elements. So one is oxygen and next one is any other element. So binary compounds of oxygen with another element. With another element, that is nothing but oxides. For example, ZnO, zinc oxide. ZnO. So this is a binary compound, it contains zinc as well as oxygen. Therefore, this is a binary compound with oxygen with another element. Therefore, this is nothing but zinc oxide. And suppose Al2O3, this is nothing but aluminum oxide. So these are the binary compounds of oxygen with another elements. Now classification of oxides. Classification of oxides depends on two parameters. First one is basing on, first classification basing on oxygen content. Basing on oxygen content. So how much of oxygen present in that compound depends on oxygen content classification. So basing on this, oxides are classified into two types. First one is normal oxides and the second one is polyoxides. So this is the classification of oxides basing on the content of oxygen in the oxide. So these are two types, one is a normal oxide and the second one is polyoxide. Now what is the definition for normal oxide. So first heading, normal oxides. So normal oxides are nothing but if an oxide contains sufficient oxygen. If an oxide contains sufficient oxygen and it satisfies the valency of the metal, then it is known as normal oxide. If suppose any oxide which contains sufficient oxygen and it also satisfies the normal valency of metal, then it is nothing but a normal oxide. So look at the example. Any example, if suppose H2O, first of all H2O, water molecule. So this is a oxide because here binary, so hydrogen as well as oxygen, and here so H is always having +1 oxidation state because it is a first group element, only one electron is present in hydrogen, so removal of one electron it becomes H plus. So here 2 moles of hydrogen, therefore total charge present on hydrogen atom is +2. Therefore minus, so here oxygen having -2 charge. Therefore total valency of metal is +2 and it is satisfied by oxygen, that is -2. Therefore oxygen is -2 in charge. So this is the general configuration, general oxidation number of oxygen, that is -2. Therefore it is sufficient oxygen and also it satisfies the valency of metal. Therefore H2O is a normal oxide. And SO2, sulfur dioxide. So here sulfur is a -4 in state and therefore oxygen is also present in -4 state, +4 and -4. Therefore it is also a normal oxide. And a general example for normal oxides are NO2, P4O10. What is P4O10? Phosphorus oxide. So P4O10, SO2, H2O. All these are examples for normal oxide. In all these cases, there is a sufficient oxygen as well as the valency of the metal is satisfied by the oxygen. So this is all about normal oxides. So stop here today and discuss polyoxides on afternoon session. Thank you.